Welcome to the Mischief. I'm Vallen, and this is Goliath. Not long ago, some of you may have known that I ended up doing a little vlog here and there talking about how I planned on testing this, and the pre-alpha demo that was out was a bit too glitchy. Well, lucky enough, it's actually been released on Steam, and here it is. So I'm going to do a quick, kind of a chopped up playthrough so you can see a little bit more into the game, but also give you a bit of an overview of what's going on as I play through. So, I'm doing this from the start. I have not yet played it. Somehow I survived. Where am I? I better build a shelter and make a fire. So as you can see here, I am just a little guy with I don't know if he's got a mechanical arm or if he's got a biotic enhancement or bionic enhancement, whatever. Something going on like that. But I found that using a controller was actually a little bit nicer for me. So I have switched over to that, though, you know, I can use the mouse to kind of scroll in my view a little bit, make it a little easier on myself. There's probably controller options for that as well. But if you notice my little icon in the top there, it tells me that if I press that button, the items in the bottom right become available to me. And essentially if I press the X button in this case, I get invisibility for a short time, and then there's a recharge. Also, I can end up shooting things if there's anything to shoot on the screen. Oh look, there's a dodo. Well, we're just gonna keep shooting these guys. But, uh-oh, looks like we're in trouble. I'm just gonna end up trying to run away. I shouldn't have picked the fight. Well, that's alright, I can just go invisible, and it looks like they're gonna leave me alone. At least for the moment. There we go. I finished that little guy off there. Got myself a coin. Woohoo! 1 gold coin. And it's telling me that I need to collect some resources and set up a fire. Even though there's obviously a fire already going from my old bomber plane that I was flying, apparently. But I think this is some kind of alternate timeline or something, obviously, because I have like a mechanical arm. Perhaps some other alternate world, obviously, because, well, dodo-looking birds are not that common in where we're at. They're in fact extinct. But uh-oh, I upset some birds. Go away, birds. I'm not interested. And some mushrooms. Now this is a resource gathering and go away. Resource gathering and building type of game. Now, you don't have to spend your whole time just running around gathering these things like this. Once you end up getting yourself a Goliath mech, then you should be good. Oh gosh, would you just go away? Oh my... That's it, I am just going to shoot you. No, I am going to shoot the tree instead. There we go. That took care of that. But you start off, you know, this little guy, and if you don't have any Goliath mechs, you can, you know, run around and chop things like this, but it's a very slow process, as you can see here. Once you get a Goliath mech going, then you should be able to get a bit more. So at this point, I gathered 5 logs, which was part of my waiting for rescue option up there, and I need to gather some berries now. But if you look at my little mini-map, it tells me exactly where I need to go. And it's telling me that I can turn invisible. It's not infinite, but I can use it repetitively over time once I wait for the recharge on that. We'll just grab all these berries, and we're good to go. Now, prepare for the journey in the camp. Press left trigger and press Y, or hold left trigger and press Y, which is essentially the... which is when I end up creating a campground here. So let's see if can I actually remove this tree? No, that tree's down for good. That's alright. We're just doing this and making ourselves a little campsite. Done. And then in the fire, you can actually put in some items here. And let's put in some logs. There we go. Logs in the fire. Good to go. And that makes coal. And when I access it, I can actually pull these out. You know, I could take them if I want. I'm just going to leave them so I can take the coal. We're going to have one more come out. And and then I might end up getting myself some more wood or something like that, but I can craft items in the tent, if you look here. I don't have many items on me right now because we just started the game, but you can see here there's a healing ointment which can be used with coal and berries on my wounds to help heal me, which could be quite useful actually. Let's make one of those. And then I need to patch myself up. There we go. And if I go over to this, which I believe is resin. There we go, healing ointment. Use that. And I have healed myself, as you saw in the top right there. My health bar has gone back up. So I am now doing better from the crash. Teaches you some of the basics early on so that you understand more of your basic crafting and some of the gathering techniques, the different things that you can get as we go. But sounds like the radio is still working in the plane, so let's find out what's going on. And apparently we were from Earth. I don't know why I have this like cybernetic arm going on here, you know, or why I was flying a World War II type bomber plane. But hey, I'm not going to be picky about that. So it says here, answer the call and go north. Oh, look at that. Yep, not going to go north. There's some bad guys nearby. And there's the little critter that I ended up smashing with the plane engine, which I think happens regardless of what you end up choosing, probably. But, oh, I see. What is that? Is that a... That's a dodo. That was a dodo. Okay. North we go. It gives you kind of like this little... kind of a GPS type thing going on there of what direction you can go in to get there. It's not exactly accurate, but I mean it's great for just putting a, you know, trying to find your quest where it's at. I've reached level 3, which means I get more hit points and I get some free gold just because I leveled up. Okay, well, money materializes in my pocket because I'm more experienced. I am okay with this. I see there's a teleport device. And this entire ring here. Now, everything that I build in this ring, when I fix the teleport device, will move around with me. So this is my new home. Enemies should not go in here by default. They may end up like somehow getting towards the edge of the range or something like that. But I think we'll be okay. Take all. And we're going to check out the chest here. Oh yeah, let's just take all this stuff. Yay, free stuff. Apparently somebody left this here just for me. At least that's my thought. Hey you, what do you do? Oh, he got away. Let's move on. What can we make here? We can make a repair kit. Well, we're not repairing anything yet, so let's skip that. Left trigger and press Y. Well, let's build a Goliath construct. Okay. Okay, so that just brings up the menu now. So teleportation device, we're going to need blueprints. A Goliath construct, we're going to need logs and twigs. That should be easy enough. A laboratory, chitin and logs. Weapon construction, logs, ultra-strong glues and stones. Or a garage, used for storing Goliaths. Alright, well, first you need to do some resource gathering, as before. And I think I used up the wood that I had on the tree, or on the fire, making some of that coal, so I could heal myself. Well, that's alright, we're just going to chop down a few of these trees and get ourselves a Goliath. Something to be careful of, there are these giant webby areas here with some critters nearby. You want to be very cautious about that because they're giant spiders that will kill you quite easily. I'm not going to test that at the moment. We'll test it once we've got a little bit something better to deal with here. Excellent. We now have our Goliath construction yard. Now, let's go over to it and see what we need in order to build our first Goliath. I can rebuild broken ones here too, huh? Alright, well, let's start off with yeah, this is a little glitch. I shouldn't actually be able to run around in here, but that's alright. I'm just going to skip that. So let's see. Part type, we've got the head, chest, hands, and feet, which, you know, similar to kind of a Minecrafty feel there, you know, with your armor. So let's see, I'm going to need some more twigs. I've got lots of logs, so let's go get some twigs. Alright, twigs are easy enough. I just need to find myself some shrubs. There we go. Got some twigs. See if I can find a few more on the way back. Alright, Goliath construct. First, let's build ourselves a head. And there we go. Actually, you choose the parts first, and then you end up doing that. Well, there we go. A wood Goliath. Lightweight and mobile. He has the ability to roll. He will regenerate in water or high humidity. So if it's raining, that's a good thing. He will overheat in high temperatures, so he's going to be a very poor choice for things like the desert. Catapult. Throw a huge boulder. Hurricane. The Goliath spins rapidly. Force of nature. Goliath strikes the ground. These are great things, but I don't think that he's unlocked those yet. I have to level him up before I'm able to actually get those abilities, which is good because then it gives you the opportunity to get used to each of those abilities as you go along. Plus, it doesn't make you too OP as soon as you build the Goliath. Well, I have myself a Goliath, which can dodge roll. He can slam the ground and shoot kind of a projectile for a distance, as well as punch. On top of that, if I try to harvest a tree, I just press the A button and he takes it down in one whack, which is great. And I like to think that even though this guy's a wooden golem, you can see he's got kind of a metal frame underneath. That the idea is that you could build like just an exoskeleton on this thing, but without the armor on it, it was pretty much not very useful. You needed to protect the sensitive parts. That's what I like to think, at least. Oh, I got some resin out of that one. Alright, well, let's follow this dotted line and see if we can get ourselves... I missed the rabbit. Some gems? Yes, gems. Alright, uh-oh. Looks like we've got trouble. Boy, those guys are fast. Oh. And we're just going to see if we can take these guys out. Oh. Before they take us out. And hui! Okay, not too bad. Actually, I don't think I took any damage on that. That's pretty good. Might as well knock this stuff down while I'm here. There we go. A few items there. Oh, hey, this is one of those spider nests. I wonder if I can... Yeah, I can. I can smash the thing. Ooh, critical hit. Nice, okay. Let's grab all those. Get the gems. Now it says here that I am ready for overdrive. What that means is that I've been walking around, and by walking around, you start charging that meter down below. So by pressing and holding the attack button, you can turn that on and you end up doing a lot more damage than you did before, and you attack even faster. Pretty crazy. So make sure to take advantage of that if you are in the proper situation. And here we are back at the teleport device. Let's see if we can actually repair this. There we go, put those crystals up there. And now we get to go to Mirkwood, which everything in this circle that I've built so far should end up teleporting with me. But before I go, I'm going to end up exploring a little bit more and see if there's anything more of use in the nearby area. Aha, a random chest. Excellent, some more money. And an amazing fiery catapult. That sounds fantastic. In fact, I'm going to equip it. I now have the ability to shoot fire from my fiery catapult, which is great. So I now have an even better ranged weapon. Oh yeah, there's nothing left in the chest, but I am going to take some of this stone here before I go. So while I'm in my human mode, I can then harvest bushes for twigs, as well as gather things like mushrooms. While in my Goliath mode, I can't, because if I try harvesting the bushes, whoops, I just step on them. And the mushrooms don't show up as a highlightable resource for me to gather because this guy's just too big and he ends up destroying it. So that's something to take into consideration. You will have to switch back and forth as you go about if you need some of those resources. And here we go. Ultra strong glue. Excellent. You can use this to make better Goliaths. It's too bad it's only used on wood. Yeah, well, let's just make a little bit. And with that, oh look, I can make repair kits. First aid kit for Goliaths, which is very, very handy indeed. Ooh, lightning. Alright, well let's try this teleport device, see if we can end up getting out of here. Ah, a top-down view of all the different islands and places you can go. We're currently here, which I explored, and there's not much around here. It's a very small area. But then there's Mirkwood, which is where we're going to next, and a few other locations that we might be able to go to. I have a feeling that our friend is going to be in the top right corner in the farthest place possible. But anyway, let's go here. This is just regular land, Forest Brotherhood, and we're going to be weaker in this because if we are going here, we don't have that constant rain and humidity, but I guess we'll see how it goes. We're here, and we're going to be exploring. Alright, so here's some of the friendly folk, little fox people. Let's see if I can actually zoom in a bit on it. They look pretty cool. I do like their character models. But these are not the guys that we're actually talking to. That's just some of the outliers. So we're actually in the middle of like a big town. They've got different options. You can talk to each one of them. There's a collector. Courier needed. Deliver the bag. Take the money. Sounds easy. Be ready to pay. Do you need some work? If you bring me 6 mushroom, I'll pay you for it. Consider it done. So now we are on a quest. There are these little quests, and they will actually help you out with improving your standing with the Brotherhood, allowing you to trade with the more the higher up ones that only trade with those that they're more familiar with. You'll see these little floating money bags around me. That means that there are other people that we can talk to in exchange for payment. Ooh. And those are kind of just nearby. Obviously, they show up on the mini-map as well. Trader. So you see here as an example of reputation. So I need a higher reputation before I can trade with that guy. So this guy here, he needs a reputation of 5. So he's going to be one of our first ones that we are able to talk to. So we need to get some mushrooms as a first step in order to... wow, there's a lot of these dodos around. And there's a dead guy with a chest. Okay, well, let's just take all this stuff. Oh, I just got frosty stone? What? Oh, I got bones from the skeletons. Okay, I guess I wasn't expecting that. Alright, here we are back in town. We're going to see about the collector here. You did it! Take your reward! Thank you! And I got some reputation for that. Let's see if we have enough renown for this guy. Ah, we do! Excellent! So now we can see what kind of goodies he's got to sell. And you see the little bar on those? If you look on my little Goliath right now, he has that little fire catapult. Well, that currently has a little green bar on it. What that means is that it will eventually break over time, which is kind of sad. But hey, at least we have one. And then we have these items here. We can get Mighty Wooden Club, Mighty Club of Coolness. That sounds awesome, especially since I go by Frostweaver. A Mighty Wooden Sword. You know, maybe I'll just buy a bunch of this stuff. You know, you never know, because I will have multiples. And these repair kit. So let's oh hey, look, an air bomb. Oh, that was bad. Oh my gosh. You're gonna have to be careful with some of the the random things that are just laying around. And we need more Goliaths. Let's work on Goliath construction here. Ah, so that mace that I ended up purchasing, the Mighty Frozen Mace, it says stone next to it. But that means that you have to have stone arms in order to be able to use it. So when I try using it, it just gives me the option to drop it. But if I take something like, let's say, a wooden sword, I can equip that. And with the other Goliath I just made, you see here he has the 2 slots. He has ranged attack on one arm and a melee attack on the other. So therefore I can't have 2 of the fire catapults. But in case of danger, I can equip this guy as well, and I'll put on him a Mighty Club of Coldness, or Coolness rather. There we go. So now when I end up choosing my Goliaths, I have this one here and this one here. Now they are both wooden Goliaths. It's just a matter of picking one of them. You can see here I now have a Club of Coldness, or Coolness. I keep on saying coldness. And I can shoot, and I can swing instead of punching. So it's a little bit... Let's see here. It does makes short work of stuff, that's for sure. So we're gonna test it out on one of our little friendly spiders here. Just gonna smack him around a bit. Boy, wow, that took out that spider nest in no time. Alright, this is the ultimate test here. And I might be able to get a few more hits. You can see he's actually got some frost damage. Oh no! Oh no! Alright, well that's alright. I've got another Goliath that I can use here. And he has the sword. Ooh, but he's actually at low health as well. So I'm probably better off with slow damage. Whoa! With range damage, I mean. There we go. Oh, reach level 6 as well, so I get a full repair on my Goliath, but I am a little bit lost, so I'm going to try making it back to my place so I can hopefully repair my previous Goliath. Here we are, and now that I had lost one, I can rebuild a destroyed Goliath. So let's hit the repair, and it uses a little bit of logs and stuff. And he is now back intact. So I can choose him. And I do have to re-equip him with the same weapons again. And there we go. Now, if one of my golems was injured, I would probably switch to the other one, because the rain with the wood ends up healing you, which is pretty cool. I do like that quite a bit. But enough of this. Let's get on with it and go see if we can help out the Foxy leader. I like this sword option. It's much quicker than the mace. Not quite as much damage over time, but boy, it just makes short work of stuff. Oh no, I broke my sword. It was so wussy. Oh. So there's another disadvantage, and reason why you'll probably want to... Hey, I'll take you down, spider. Why you'll want to try and save some of your items for better uses. Alright, looks like we found the Foxy encampment. And I reached level 7. Bing! So you can see I'm level 7 next to my health bar, which is in the middle of the screen, is the one I'm talking about. He's level 11. That's probably why I'm having such a tough time fighting him, because he has the distinct advantage of more hit points, more health, and just overall more experience at fighting people. Possibly Goliaths. Alright, so you can see that one of the items on this map here is showing it bigger than the others. That's where your current objective is. So, that's where we're going. Winter's Teeth. And here we are. Alright, moving on. Let's see if we can catch up with the rest of the group and hopefully not run into too much trouble. Oh, it seems to be a settlement here. Alright. With a bunch of ogres? Hi. Oh. Oh dear. I think I found the leader. Things do not appear to have gone well for him. Get out of here, whoever you are. They're going to be back in just a second. Yeah, I think they're right there. Who are you? Are you a member of the Fox Brotherhood? I'm lunch is what I am. Now get out of here unless you want to be dessert. Where are the others? Too late, they're coming back. Get out of here, I can talk to them. I don't think that's worked so far, but I don't speak troll. Maybe I can take a guess. Let's do it. Goylod Nubdok. Loddok? Gronk. Clabgork Gulok Bunkle Bort. I have no idea what this stuff is. Let's just repeat the last things he said. Dunkelbort. Dunkelbort. Gok. Zubkug Frob Goy Gub Dunkeljog? Oh, crud. I can't repeat the last thing he said. Frob Goy. Yeah, Frob Goy. Blah. Kuglod Noob Goy. Now we're talking. Nub Goy Chop Chop Binkobar. Kup Tang Tang Mugog Lo Flomgog Flim or Frim Doms Dunkelbort Gog Gunkle. Yeah. Thanks, Troll King. I think I got the hang of this. Fromgog forever. Okay. Yeah, that I think that worked. It did work. Thanks, I guess. You guess? What, should I just have to... Should I just have let them eat you? I don't like this, actually. I can't see the bad guys and where they're coming from. I'm just gonna go invisible and get the heck out of here. That guy had found me too easily. Oh, crud. Oh dear. Well, at least I was able to get back to my encampment, though I'm a little injured. He ended up pouncing me pretty good, so let's do a little healing. Look at all the berries. Oh my goodness. No one will mind if I just take a few. Oh, this doesn't look good. And there we go. Took him out without a problem. If you notice on the bottom right there, as my levels have been going up, I've learned some new abilities. One of which is to throw a stone. Another, as you just saw, is to start doing a spin. Let's actually activate this one here, and we will throw a stone at this sleeping guy here. There we go. Knocks him down, and then I'm just going to roll out of the way, hopefully not get hit too badly by him. And then when it comes back up, I'm going to use my whirling ability, which I take very little, if any, damage from this because it kind of puts them in a permanent stun lock, in a way. And then I'll just smack him a couple times, and he goes down. So you can see that those special abilities really is where you will do a lot of your damage, as well as end up getting a lot more survivability. Alright, here we are back in the center of our encampment. Yes, it's a bit chilly here, but that's alright. So with this, if I bring up the hero menu, you'll see that there are little tabs along the top. This is the inventory, which allows you to equip your current golem, as well as sort through your different items that you have on you. You've got your journal, which tells you what your current quest is, and then you've got your little map that you can rotate around in. You can actually kind of do a little bit of walking around while it's up, but as soon as I go to use the other stick to change the camera angle, it moves the map instead. So it's not something you can always keep up on open, but hey, I mean, it's nice to have a map. But here's the important part. Experiments. You'll notice that there are different evolutions that we can actually get our golem upgraded to by going to the next one over here. You'll see that I've unlocked 3 out of 4 of the new golem parts, and this is like singed wood in a way. It has different abilities, pluses and minuses. I think it specializes more in generating fire damage and so on, as well as regenerating health in fire. Now, the current one I have regenerates health in water, so even in the desert biome, there's like a little oasis that you can stand in and regenerate health, so that's very useful. Here in the winter biome, not so much. Everything is pretty icy, so there's no open water sources, and you're not even going to get any rain. It's going to be snow instead, so you're not going to get any regen benefits in this area here. Now, I have still one more thing to go in order to unlock the full set on this one, but you can see that it's achievement based. You have to do different things. One of them was to attack enemies with a fire weapon, which I have with my catapult. I had a fiery catapult that I was using. Another one was I can't quite remember. I think it was to kill a bunch of sand golems in the desert biome, which is another one here. Let me actually bring up the teleporter. Here we are, Fever's Grasp, which is a desert biome. So that was where I ended up going to do that. And with that, I can actually go over here, open this up, and I can make different parts. Now I have to go down to the different area. You can see I can put a different chest on there, and then I can put a different arms on this guy and put different feet on him. And then I could actually switch between the different golems according to the different biomes and the benefits. So you see this one here has a very poor cold resistance, but a very high fire resistance. This one here, same thing, and so on. So in a desert biome where there's a lot of most likely fire attacks, or if your enemies are using fire bombs or things of that nature, you'll be much better prepared with this kind of outfit. So let's see if I can actually make one of these. There we go, and I don't have an extra slot. That's funny. Looks like I don't have a place that I'm going to be able to put this guy. Let's see what we can do to improve our current encampment. Goliath construct we have a teleportation device, but we'll need blueprints to build better or bigger ones. A laboratory. Ooh, I can actually build one of those. Let's do that. Very cool. Also, I'm going to build a garage. There we go. And now I can store my extra Goliaths on there. This guy here with the flaming catapult and the sword is my favorite, so I think I'm going to switch to this guy here that just has all wooden gear. Let's put him on that spot. There we go, and now I have an open slot, so I can pick up this guy. Alright, and now I have a bit of fire resistance going on. I also do a bit of fire damage in an area, but you have to be aware that I'll be very weak to frosty attacks. But this could also prove beneficial in frosty biomes because of your fire damage that you may end up causing. And it being nighttime, you have the advantage of most of the creatures are actually going to be sleeping. So, we're going to try and sneak off and get some of this stuff that's sitting around. Now you see there's regular stone boulders. Some of them may have a little sliver. You notice how one is just gray, the other one has like a little sliver of orange in it. Well, that one's just going to have stone. This one should have bronze in it. Stone, bronze ore. There we go. So that's one way to recognize the stone objects as having anything of value to you or not. Here's another one with bronze in it. There's some that might have some blue in it as well. Those are probably going to be like a different metal than bronze. And these are some of those sand golems that you can fight. Let's just end up seeing what we can do to fight them. They're relatively slow, and I am very grateful for that because a lot of the earlier enemies actually are very tough. But you'll notice I'm not doing a lot of damage to these guys. So let's switch over to this one with the freezing club. And you can do a lot more damage to these guys. So it's, whoops, unless of course you miss them. In which case you're not going to. But you can see it's a lot better in this case. There we go. See, these guys move slow enough that you could pretty much just outmaneuver them in almost every way. But those bigger guys over there, I rather keep a further distance on. Now I can't get through here with my golem. But that's alright. I can shrink. And this is very reminiscent of Master Blaster, or excuse me, Blaster Master. The old original Nintendo series where you would sometimes have to get out of your vehicle and then get back in it at a future point in order to progress on. I do like that ability. It's quite nice actually. There we go. Fire Goliath with Frost Club. So you get the idea. There are certain things that you'll have to do in order to unlock different areas. Obviously this guy here is fine in the desert environment because he gets that regenerative effect as you just saw. But you're going to have to try and think your way through. There's a lot of areas you're going to have to try and sneak through, shoot your way. There are a lot of different upgrades you can put on and switch around with your guys, putting wheels on the bottoms, changing out their entire chassis system so that they end up getting double the size, and so on. And this is only just the beginning. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please share if you think that others would enjoy it, and until next time, see ya.